So not too far from where we camped last night, I found a trailhead, and it's called Castle Rock. Well, we've just started on the trail. The trail started out going up a gravel road with a bunch of properties. Boy, wouldn't it be lovely to live out here, huh? But anyway, so that was just now looking behind us. That's the way we're going up there. Heading up to Castle Rock. So this should be a relatively easy hike. It's only a couple of miles. It's only about 654 feet of elevation gain, something like that. So brisk morning. We're out for a hike. Castle Rock. Go over the bridge, Zoe. Up, up, up. Okay, well, on the way to Castle Rock, we've decided to take a little detour to see Blue Lake, and on the way there's this funky little structure here. I think it's a cistern. As the name implies, Castle Rock has a somewhat castle-like appearance, and it looks like it has some caverns or places underneath. We'll go check it out. There's definitely some cool stuff up in there. I'm not sure I'm gonna go bushwhacking right now to check it out, but I might later. That's really cool. Turns out the trail does come up in here. Where we were looking up from before is down there. Pretty cool cave in here. This is the last push to the top, and we've got a bit of a rock scramble, but I think we can make it. Up we go. Hey, this is pretty cool. Pretty nice view out here. Well, this is the rock I thought I wanted to get up on top of, but actually, if I just looked at the trail markers here, the trail actually goes up this way to this rock. This should be very interesting. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Shit, I gotta catch my breath. Holy shit. Oh, and it's a cliff too. Oh my. Look at that. pretty spectacular indeed. That is a big tree. Just stopped in my tracks when I saw that. It's just so big around. I couldn't even get my arms around that one. Wow. So we'll be taking the loop trail back to the parking area. Another 1.5 miles through this lovely fall foliage. Maybe even a little past peak here. Hey, so we've completed the Castle Rock Loop Trail, which was 3.8 miles and about 834 feet of elevation gained, because I didn't just go there and back, I did the loop. So it was a little more than I'd originally planned, but Zoe seems good and eager to get back to the car. So this has been a lovely morning hike. It's almost noon and we're headed back to the car. Okay, let's register. Rich Lake Trail. Here's one of those awesome glacial erratics. Big old boulder. Look at that thing. It's just plopped there. Hey, what do they have to say about it? All right, yeah, told us about the glacier. That's Big Rock. So we're out on this peninsula, and this is apparently called Graveyards Bay Overlook. This looks like a nice place to hang and enjoy the view. Quite a view. So yeah, I think we'll sit here a while. Don't pull me in the lake, Zoe. I consider all of my hiking essentially a spiritual practice. It's basically my meditation. Not just the times that I sit around and catch a buzz and look at the sky, but the hiking itself. That's really the actual meditation for me, because I just get into a zone and I just go. And then it's nice to, kind of rest and, as I like to say, take in the scenery and reflect on where I am. This is just too pretty not to shoot a little bit of this spot. This is, I'm on my way back to the car along this peninsula trail, and this is the same lake here, because I'm just coming back from the peninsula. This bridge goes back into the woods. This overlook has a beach. I'm thinking about going down there, but probably not supposed to. Nope, Zoe seems determined to head straight back to the car. I have a feeling that this old dog is probably about had it for today. It is okay. It's the middle of the afternoon. The sun will go down in a few hours, so we'll do some more driving, and she can chill. So this is pretty cool. Mighty Hudson River. How's that for a name? VANDERWHACKER. VANDERWHACKER Mountain. Elevation 3386. Not far from VANDERWHACKER Mountain, we found what appeared to be dispersed camping campsites, none of which appeared to be occupied except for the one all the way at the back. There was a camper there, but no vehicle. It didn't seem to be occupied. So while Zoe rested in the car, I found some firewood and started preparing to have a fire and make camp and make myself some food. And Zoe rested in the car the whole rest of the evening. In fact, she didn't get back out of the car again until the next morning. I think the hiking really wore out my old dog. It's really amazing that she does as well as she does for her age. She's nearly 13 years old. But for the last few hikes, she's sort of let me know along the way, hey, I want to turn around. And, it's funny because she doesn't understand. It's usually a loop hike. I really don't like there and back hikes. I almost always do loop hikes. She wants to turn around usually a little further than halfway through a hike. And it's shorter to get back to the car the way we're going, but she keeps stopping, saying, no, I want to turn around. I can't keep going. And she doesn't understand that we're on a loop and that she'd be back sooner if we keep going the same way. But of course, my bad for taking her on hikes that are getting too long for my old dog. So let me not ramble on too much about this other than to say that this is probably Zoe's last hiking season. I made French toast for dinner because breakfast for dinner rules. So hopefully this is what I believe it to be, which is actually a dispersed camping type of campsite that are first come, first serve, and I got one. So if all goes well, I'll still be here in the morning. I've made a fire, and I'm gonna sit and enjoy the fire, and then I'm gonna turn in. So yeah. This was what I was looking for. Dispersed campsite in the Adirondacks. Nobody around. It's quiet. Got it all to myself. Zoe is snuggled right next to me, and this is how we are in the car, snuggled up. Good morning. It's a little cold. I'm in the car, running the heat. Zoe's in the back. Can't really see her. So the sun's coming up on our little campsite here. It's just about 7 a.m. Still nobody else around, as far as I can tell. One of the things that convinced me this was actually a legitimate and official campsite, dispersed camping campsite, was yesterday when I showed up here and started snooping around. I found this guy. There's actually a couple of these around, and I am about to avail myself of this one. I checked and there is toilet paper in that blue tub, so pardon me while I take care of some business. A little further down this road, someone's left a camper, but I don't see any vehicles, and it's just as it was when I saw it yesterday. Still, I'm being quiet in case there's anyone here, but I doubt it. Yeah, this spot also has an outhouse as well as a fire ring. Come on, Zoe. The continuation of this trip will be in next week's video. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.